What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael Perryman. I'm a photographer, videographer, CEO of Coffee and Trap. And on this channel, you're going to see a lot of things, behind the scenes, vlogs, music videos, photo shoots, everything that involves me using my camera, I guess. If you like what you see, if you're into that sort of nerdy type of thing, tech gear, tutorials, punch that subscribe button, bang on that notification bell, and let's get started. So I got a call from an artist by the name of Tookari. He was having an event or a show downtown Atlanta. I love shows downtown Atlanta, so I was like, yo, let's do it. He wanted me to grab some footage because we're eventually gonna start working together. And I said, I got you, bro. So whenever I'm doing something like an event, I like to be able to get both wide angles. 28 is as wide as it can go, but that's wide enough in most instances. But I also like to be able to punch it in and get some dope portrait shots close up of the artist. And A7iii is more than enough to do that. So I grabbed the A7 III, I put the 2875 on there, hopped in the car, and head downtown to the event. I actually showed up to the event. Tookari wasn't there. Well, let's say this. He was there, but he wasn't in the event. He was outside, let's call it pre-gaming, okay? So he was outside pre-gaming, and I noticed there were a few acts that were going before him, so I pulled the camera out and paid attention to some of the acts. There were actually some pretty dope artists that were performing before him. So I just got some, B-roll of the crowd and things like that, and just waited for him to make his grand entrance. When Tookari finally showed up, we did our meet and greet. It was my first time ever meeting him. Pretty cool, chill dude. But literally it was seconds before he was due to perform. So it was as quick as we could meet somebody and get to know them, pull your camera out and get ready. He went up, he did his performance, and his performance was dope. There was actually one song that he performed that was called Believe Me, I Say, that as I was listening to it, I was like, yo, this dude's really got something going on here.
Let me hear some fucking noise. I go through a lot of shit in my life. I say a lot of shit in my life, but I mean a lot of shit that I say. Feel me? So if you can't relate, I understand, but if you can relate, I want you to just step up a little closer. You feel me? And play that one time.
I want you to really see what I go through. Believe me, Sony. This shit is tough, I'm not gonna hold you. So I keep excitement by my side. I know niggas down the ride, so I keep them. Some shit do make me feel like you was placed to be part of my. She get me up the slide, she don't need me, but she need me. I keep it tough because I know some niggas wanna sneak me. Yeah. I caught the bag and I won't let you run up thinking you gon' take it. Beat me for a day.
Talking life. I'm turned up because y'all turned up, but I'm turned up for a motherfucking reason, because these niggas right here spitting hot fire.
So after the performance, as I was walking and I was thinking, I'm gonna give this dude a call and I'm gonna say, yo, that song was dope. Let's shoot that video. So after texting back and forth for a couple of days, he actually agreed to shoot the video, but he didn't have any idea what he wanted the video to look like. So I told him, let me listen to the song for a little while and I'll write up a treatment. So I listened to that song over and over and over again, and I didn't want the video to be your basic hip-hop artist just performing in front of the screen. I wanted this one to be, something better than that, because the song was pretty deep. So I wrote up what I think to be a pretty dope treatment, and I actually didn't even tell him anything about it until the first day that we met, or till we actually met up at the location. I guess you can say it was a trap house, right? Get a scene right in here. We'll do the main scene right here. It's a dope set for what we're trying to do. Let's make it happen.
We need to edge it. You know what I mean? We're smoking the best of the gas. My boy. Yeah. Houston in the building.
Got to know that.
So from the beginning, I knew this was going to be somewhat of a challenge because we're going to shoot a whole music video, 2-minute music video with just one character. He did bring a friend, so that provided us with an extra person to add into the video. And when I got to the location, it was a pretty small apartment. So sometimes when you're shooting a music video, the best thing you need to do is like diversify your scenes. But when you're looking at this apartment, you're thinking, you know, maybe it was going to be a struggle to diversify the scenes. How can I make this look like, you know, multiple different things? The next thing you want to do is you want to diversify the way the artist looks. So I said we definitely need to make sure that we have more than one change of outfits, because people will get really sick of just looking at an artist performing with the same piece of clothing on for 2 to 3 minutes straight. So the song that he made, which was a dope song, is about the struggle, about how hard it was to be him. And when I got there, he was cleaning up, and I told him, immediately I told him, stop, like don't clean up. If it's messy, that will add to the look that we need for this video. So his bedroom, I said, bro, leave it. Let's make it even more messy if we can. He agreed, and we did the first scene there in his bedroom. Wanted the scene in his bedroom to look a little unique, so not only did I film him sitting on the bed with a little bit of a messy area behind him, I moved him over to his desk as well, just to, like I said, kind of diversify the way that the scene looked.
So I'm acting like I'm basically just getting up, like to see who's coming in type shit?
Yeah, so but it's aggressive, so yeah, like you hear something, bro, like and next time take your headphone off, like really notice something aggressive, so that really shows some emotion. You know how this shit goes.
I wanted to add a lot of slow motion. I wanted to have the transition from him, you know, walking from his bedroom to the door to play a major role in the video. So I got a lot of different angles of a slow motion walk from him walking from his bedroom to the door, and in a small 2-minute clip that actually was a pretty impactful part of the video. So after we did the first performance scene, we moved into the kitchen. We didn't have much mess, so we added a few little things, scattered them around as much as we possibly could to make it have the appearance of a trap house. So we had him in the kitchen doing your traditional trap hip-hop artist kitchen scene, and that's exactly what it looked like. The final performance scene that we did was in his living room, and his living room was the perfect backdrop for everything we wanted. Once again, like I said, there was a little bit of mess that I wanted him to keep around, an ashtray, some clothes scattered around. These are all things that I promised he wanted to get rid of, but I told him, no, that's exactly what we want. So we kept those, and we did a third performance scene in that living room. So like I said, small little apartment, but we went from bedroom to kitchen to living room, and that gave us what we need to make this video look a little more interesting. What I wanted to portray was someone breaking in the house and beating him up, and he eventually finds out that it's himself, that he's going to war with himself. So as a cameraman, I acted like I was the guy. I come breaking in, I tell him, hey, fall on the ground, struggle. And we tried to emulate him going through a struggle. So I had to have these rapid camera movements to kind of make sure that it looked authentic. So he puts on a coffee and trap piece, and now he's gonna be the robber. I made him put on a ski mask, and now I get on the opposite side. I have him come break in, and as a cameraman, I had to take a fall. You know, I had to do some action too. I hit the ground, and I do these rapid camera movements to look like a struggle, and I have him just constantly beating down at the camera to make it look like something like really aggressive is going on. And then eventually he notices what's going on. He'll back up, he pulls off his mask, and it reveals the grand revealing that he's in the struggle, in this battle with himself. Thank you so much for taking the time and watching. If you like what you see, if you want to see more things like this, like I said, I'm going to show you some behind the scenes of the way that I work, but I'll also talk about some of the gear that I use. We haven't even gotten anywhere near close to talking about all the different pieces and trinkets and toys that I use to make the magic happen. So hit that subscribe button, bang on that notification bell, and follow along with us. We're just getting started.